Okay, this is a reaction video. Tell me the most unfortunate name you have ever heard, part two. Now, I am back home in Ohio, and thank Tempe, Arizona. It was very, very nice out there watching my nephew graduate from Arizona State University. But I'm now back in Ohio, and let's see this one. I did the first one a couple days ago. Let's see what how this one pans out. Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever heard, part two.
Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever run across.
Okay, this isn't my experience, but my mom, who's a teacher's experience. So
It seems to be a lot of these are from teachers, which I would expect, and a lot of them have just, I mean, I'll give them original names. I'll call it that. And they're most original. I can't wait to see what these names look like.
it was a brand new year. She was looking at her rosters for the classes, and one name just stuck out to her. This girl's first name was Salt. And she went, well, that's interesting. And she looked at the last name. The last name was Pepper.
Salt and pepper.
And that's not even where this gets good. You know how some kids just do first name, last name, but on the roster, she had her middle name in there too, so she had her full name. And this girl's full name was Salt and Pepper.
Again, quite original, but quite unfortunate as well. Look, not judging a girl based on her name that her parents gave her, but you know, it is unfortunate to have to grow up with that name, but it is original. I'll give it that.
Salt and Pepper. Like, what parent does this to? What? Why? Why would you do that?
Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever run across.
I work with kids, so it's automatically second nature that if a child locks eyes with me, I speak to them. It could be something simple as, I like your shirt, or those shoes are really cool, anything along the lines of that. So I was in the grocery store, and this little girl was sitting in the buggy while her mom was doing grocery shopping, and of course, she looked at me. So I said, good morning, what's your name, pretty girl? And she said, never seen her. And I go, oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. I've never heard that name before. It's so unique. And her mom turns and looks me dead in the face, and she says, yeah, I named it after her deadbeat dad because he's never seen her.
Never seen her. That's wow. Not only do you get a name, but you also send a message to your deadbeat dad because he's never seen her.
What? What?
Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever run across.
Definitely my mom's name. Keep in mind, my last name is Banks. My mom's name is
Robin Banks.
Robin. Robin Banks. And you know what the worst part is? She married into this name. She knew what she was in for.
Maybe should have kept her maiden name instead, but look, just because your name is Robin Banks doesn't mean that's your profession.
Mother!
Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever run across.
So a couple years ago, there was a girl from my home state that got accepted to Central Washington University, which is cool. And, you know, universities assign everyone who goes there a university email so that they can be emailed by professors and all that kind of fun stuff. Now, the way that the university assigned emails was, like, based on an automated system, and it would take your last name and then the first two letters of your first name and put them together at university, like this. So if your name was Emily Smith, it would be SmithM at CW.
Emily Smith, yeah, okay.
.edu. Now, this poor girl's name was Megan Finger.
Finger me at Finger me. Well, that's not necessarily a unfortunate name. It's just unfortunate the way the university does their email system. But yeah, I get it. Finger me at, yeah.
Yeah. So her automatically generated email was fingerme at cwu.edu. And I genuinely don't know if it ever got changed. I think probably they would have changed it. But
Let's just say I hope they would have changed it. But yeah, I got an email from Finger me.
I really don't know. So if Megan Finger sees this, thinking of you.
Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever run across.
All right, so like in 8th grade, there's this dude that like he just came out of school and we called him like Lil Mane. Mind you, I said we in 8th grade. This man had a full ass beard in 8th grade. Some folks thought he was a substitute teacher. Some people thought he was on the staff, janitor, or something like that. No, this boy was a whole student. Funny thing is, we had the exact same birthday. So like something happened in the hallway. I don't remember what it was, but I remember he had did something. The teacher was like, "Who's that kid that just did that?" It wasn't bad enough, so he wasn't in trouble. So like everybody gave him up his name. They were like, "Hey, that's Lil Mane," and she said, "No, what's his real name? Not a nickname." He was like, "That's his real name, Lil Mane." This man's government name is Lil-Mane. Lil Mane.
Lil Mane. That's his. Like I said, it's original. I'll give it that. And again, you like the first. I think it was the first person on this video that said it. Who names these kids? Lil Mane.
Deadass. And what's crazy is that his older brother name is John.
Yeah, you name John and Lil Mane. John and Lil. There has to be a story behind that, which we don't know. But hey, a name is a name. Okay, it's just what we call you. I do feel bad for some of these people who have these unfortunate names, but like I said, a name is a name. I'm not gonna hold that against them in any way, shape, or form. They aren't responsible for their name. They can change it. Obviously, in the United States, you can change your name, and if they want to, they can. But it's interesting. I'll tell you that.
Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever run across. I'll go first.
Piper Harder. Okay. My name is Piper Harder. Okay. Yeah. I some things you just don't need any more explanation than a 5-word sentence.
Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever run across. I'll go first.
Sorry for the way we look, but we just woke up. Okay, he has to show you his soul cat. I had to jump on this one because, oh my gosh, as many of you know, I was a foster parent for about 5 or 6 years, fostering a total of 18 kids. And of course, I adopted my kiddos, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the kiddos that I fostered were preemies, and they come from NICUs. So I actually wound up spending a lot of time in NICUs, and I loved talking to the nurses. I will never forget, I asked this question to some nurses, and they gave me some wild answers. The number one answer I'll never forget is this: Tram Law.
Tram Law.
You heard that correct. The child's name was Tram Law. Anyone want to take a wild guess as to what that is?
I'm trying to think. Tram Law. You got me.
I'm going to give you a second. It's Walmart, spelled...
Oh my goodness. Walmart spelled backwards.
Backwards. Walmart.
Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever...
If you don't know what Walmart is, it's a store. It's basically a one-stop, all-you-can-shop store. Have groceries and clothes and different things. In the United States. I don't know if it's international or not, but it's not. It's not. A lot of people go there. I've gone there before. A lot of people go there, but there's actually people of Walmart where it shows people in various degrees of dress, basically looking terrible. So you can look at things like that. But Walmart is not something you would name a child or Tram Law. Walmart backwards. That's unfortunate.
Run across.
Okay, so when I was in high school, I worked part-time at a school, and their breaks were separate from mine, so I would sub during the week that I was off because they were still in school. And in the kindergarten class, there was this little boy. I'll put the name on the screen, like I was
Dallison. Is that Dallison?
spelled Dallassone. Okay, I called this baby Dallison all day long. He ignored me, would not answer me for nothing. So I worked the pickup line that day, and when I put him in, I asked his mom, I was like, I called him Dallison, but he's not responding. Like, am I pronouncing it wrong? She's like, yeah, girl, I'll tell you. His name is the last one because he has 12 brothers and sisters, and he was...
Again, original. Okay. This is the last one they were going to have. The last one.
The last one I was going to have. Excuse me, ma'am. What?
Yeah, this is the last one. Uh, I get you're not having any more kids, but you're gonna name them the last one.
You named your child what?
Tell me the most unfortunate name you've ever run across.
Yeah, it's actually my name. And when I was younger, some people mispronounced my name. So when I was younger, I used to live in Virginia. And yes, Virginia is one of the hard R states. So my name's Nigel. But I don't know how, but some people managed to mispronounce my name and call me a nigga.
Tell me
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, that's a very unfortunate. Well, that's your name is fine. It's just that people's pronunciation of it was uh, quite unfortunate.
the most unfortunate name you've ever run across. I'll go first.
I'll go first. If you know me, you know this story probably because I tell it all the time. But basically, my mom's a pediatrician, which is like a doctor for kids.
Hmm.
And this girl and her like really sweet mom came in, and her name on the sheet when
Is it Ladasha? I'm guessing that's what that is. L-A is going to be Ladasha, based on what I've seen on some of these videos.
you have to go to the doctor's office is L, a dash, and an A. And so my mom comes in, she's like, "How do I say her name? Is it L-A or is it La?" And the mom goes, "Her name is Ladasha."
Tell me the most unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the spelling is meant to be original or what. I'm not gonna uh, go any further than that. But yeah, I've seen Ladasha or like in one of the previous videos they had four S's and a T and Forest. So
Fortunate name you've ever run across.
No one is gonna believe me. No one is gonna believe me. So my uncle has this friend who has no idea who I am, but I will never forget who she is because of her name. I think of her at least twice a week. Her first name is Gay.
okay, that's I believe it or not, I have heard people who have had the first name of Gay before. Um,
Starting off pretty bad with that one. Her last name is Cox.
GayCox.
This woman's name is GayCox.
Yeah, okay, that's an unfortunate name. Like I said, I have heard the first name of Gay, but then the last name is what it is. Now, Cox is not it's spelled C-O-X. That's not unusual, but GayCox, if you think about it, you don't need me to paint a picture.
She's like a grandma. She's like in her 70s, walking around with the name GayCox. And to make matters worse, she added her middle initial to kind of break that sentence up a little bit. And out of all the initials she could possibly have, her initial is P.
Gay P. Cox.
Gay P. Cox. So she goes by Gay Peacocks instead of Gay Cox. But I don't know if that's much better because the P could stand for a lot of things.
That is true. The P could stand for a lot of things, and like that is an unfortunate name, but that's her name. Now, I'm not, look, a name is a name, and after thinking about some of these, I'll get like I said before, I'll give it. They're original, okay, but you really need to think about what you're naming your kids. Now, the Gay Cox, I mean, she's 70 years old. That would have been, I don't know if they would have called, there's a song from World War II, when Johnny comes marching home again, we'll all be gay when Johnny, because gay meant happy. I don't know if that was the thinking in terms of what gay meant back then or what gay means now. Not judging it, that's just her name. And having the middle initial P, and then, which can mean anything, and then Cox, yeah. But that's just her name. I'm not going to hold that against her. It's an unusual, it's an unfortunate name, but nothing I would lose a whole lot of sleep over. But hey, this was interesting. This was fun to listen to some of these names and what some of these people come up with, and yeah, definitely different. But I hope these kids have happy lives and don't get burdened by the name that was given to them by their parents. Well, like I said, this was interesting. I enjoyed this one, and thanks for watching. And See you in the next video. Bye.